This is an unbelievable abundance network. It breaks all barriers. iPRO doesn't see age. It doesn't see gender. It doesn't see deaf community versus not deaf community. It doesn't see disability, which I love that. Diss anyone who says you don't have an ability. That was awesome, Bishop. It's a great equalizer. It breaks the barriers. Break the barrier to entry for digital currency. Break the barrier to entry for being an entrepreneur. Just as we've been hearing people share from the stage, and I think the reason you're in this room is because you also wholeheartedly agree that digital currency is the complete wave of the future, right? And when I showed you cymatics, that was the science of sound made visible. iPRO is the science of digital currency made usable, right? But we're going along like we have a signal, this consistent, shall we say, theme song that we're broadcasting. We're going our tone, our tune that we're broadcasting with who we are, how we show up. This won't be you, but maybe a business partner you broke up with or a relationship you broke up could have been the theme song. Make it stop. Thank you very much. Okay. You're going for it. An entrepreneur means, hello, you're going to fail. That's what it's going to take the risks, to step out. You're going to get up and you're going to, be knocked back down. But will you get back up again? And if anything, as the more you keep getting back up as you get knocked down, you start zigzagging up. And I feel like the graph of digital currency with Bitcoin and Ethereum is like the graph of an entrepreneur, isn't it? Right? So if you're a digital entrepreneur and you resonate, then this is your theme song. I get knocked down when I say again, you're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. And of course, as we continue to bring the Abundance Network to the world for ourselves and others, this is your theme song. Of course, we must honor our fearless leader, Danny Pacheco. Here's your theme song. No, sorry, wrong. Actually, no, that's not his theme song, obviously. It's like the graph of an entrepreneur, right? It goes up. He has been get knocked down, get back up again. He has been fighting for what he's created, that literally we're going to change the world together. And so, of course, Danny, this is your theme song. You're simply the best, better than all the rest. Look at everybody stand up and give him a round of applause and a standing ovation. Well, you're breaking barriers. What is that theme song for you? But there's these things, they're called hot buttons. They're those triggers that if we're not careful can trip us up. You know, you can be going along feeling all good in your car and someone cuts you off and next thing you know, you're Medusa. You know? Or you get on the phone, you're trying to just solve some simple problem with the company and you reach automated customer service. Whether that's just in life or in business, what's a hot button for you that might go off?
Oh my God, I just did it! Are you serious? You want me to do it again? I just did it for you. I told you about my son already. He hits all my buttons, okay?
That was awesome. Of course, no one in here has ever felt like that. Okay. Thank you for playing along. But see, here's what happens. And that goes off, and then this is what's happening inside. It's an endless loop. It's an endless loop. And you want this to be your theme song? No. Boy, she's going off, isn't she? No. But what you want is when that hot button comes up, and like Armando said so beautifully, is to catch it and shift it. And now shift it into something positive. So you can actually use your hot buttons as wow buttons. You catch it as you go off, and you realize, wait, what is it that I really want? What's my vision? What am I here to be? What am I going to create? So then, instead, that goes off and you have this play as your...
I love helping people. I love being a...
When that hot button goes off, shift it into what your wow button is, what your mission is, what your theme is, what you stand for. And that's going to make the difference. What was very interesting when I was out there with you, And I had said something and you heard something a little different. And do we find that sometimes when we go do prospecting for iPRO and we try to share the opportunity and they're like, oh, that digital currency thing, what about Silk Road? Or what about when so-and-so went down to 3 cents? And you're like, you don't understand. Don't you get it? Right? And that's what we got to realize is sometimes people are just not tuning into what we say. They're hearing a completely different song or different lyrics. And he wrote this song, a little known song called I'll Never Leave Your Pizza Burning. Right? You'd swear that's what he's saying. I'll never leave your pizza burning. Or, how about the Bee Gees' famous song, Bald-Headed Woman? A female version of Danny, right? But we got to realize, though, that's what's going on. It's just people are hearing something different than what we might be saying. They're just interpreting different, and we do this too. You do this, they do this, we all do this. It just happens day in and day out. It could be about different perspectives. So don't let that become a hot button when that happens. Turn that into a wow button and understand. That's just a little bit difference in communication. You hold the remote, by the way, you change the tune. When the song comes up and it's not your theme song, you just change the frequency. You don't have to stay stuck in it. Just change that channel and you hold the remote. And who else has been inspired and in awe of what we've seen here on day one? Wow. Inspired and amazing ideas and all sorts of things you want to do. But you know what? Nothing will come together except through action. It's about action. But as we now go to take the actions, we're going to take that inspiration, take those ideas, and follow through and implement. I want to anchor that in with this concept. I think of the path of an entrepreneur as we're going to take those risks and as we're going to go out, kind of like bungee jumping. Right? On the ground, the way they do it is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you jump. That's how it works, and it's great. Everyone did it together. So they had everyone on the ground count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's try that together. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I could not jump. I wanted to, but my body said, "Oh no, you are not." And so we've all been there, right? We're like, oh no, it's okay, fine, do it again. And again, they count. Could not jump to save my life. This happened again and again and again. And it was getting like a little old, a little embarrassing. And finally, the two gentlemen who were running the operation, they turned to me and they said, listen, ma'am, in our entire 15 years of doing this, no one has ever died. And we've only ever had to bring back down without jumping 6 people. You don't want to be number 7, do you? No, I'm gonna do it. So I'm sitting there on that edge, and we're gonna do it. And so then they all count down together, and so let's count down together. 5, 4, and on 3 I jumped. I tricked myself. I jumped before my body could say no. I jumped. And you should have seen me. I was like a crazy person. It was just out of control. I was terrified. And then the exhilaration hit. The exhilaration. I did it. I made it safely to the ground. Thank you very much. And guess what? I then went right back up and did it again. Because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now I know how. I liken that to what we take on when we face those kind of fears, or face those kind of ways that we might get stopped. And we look at that risk we want to take. We look at that next step that we want to take. When really, what that could be is the edge of glory for what's possible, for what you could become, for what you will have worked through, for going for it, despite the fear, with the fear and the excitement. And so I invite all of us here, all of you, when you come up against a fear like that, to remember take that fear and that excitement and leap. Put into action this inspiration and the ideas you've had today, because that's what's going to give you the exhilaration, that's what's going to give you the results. Otherwise, you stay there on the edge, or you become number 7 and be brought back down without the results. Where are my wow makers, by the way? Come on. Awesome. Okay, hit it, Red. I think it's our purpose. Our purpose, in whatever way that shows up for you in your life and in your business, to really make positive impact, to be all that we were born here to be what we're guided to be, and live our purpose and be wow makers. Yes, because you are the trailblazers, you are the visionaries, you are the now makers, you are the wow makers that set the tone for a new way of doing money.